A motto, a message, a lesson, a beat, a rhythm that jumps and bounces uniquely, individually in harmony with my brethren from senior to freshman. A motto, silently killing them softly with a smile, a sway, and sachet that screams my name, aTone. A motto, a motto.
Peace. Welcome to the channel. I am aTone. This is aTone Tarot. What's up, Libra? You're here for your next 48 Love Edition. I will be breaking down the message for singles, those of you who are in a committed relationship, as well as those of you where it's a bit complicated. So let me go ahead and get up into these housekeeping items so I can get to your message, Libra. If you could, please go ahead, smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate that. Also, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Take only what resonates and leave the rest for someone who may need it. All right, to my new viewers, welcome to the channel. Returning viewers, welcome back. I greatly appreciate you. I will be breaking down the message for singles via the tarot. I'll then hop over to this romance and love deck for my I'm sorry, I almost said Taurus, Libras who are in a committed relationship. And I'll close out the message for those of you in a complicated situation via this Tangled Love Oracle. So, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for my Libra collective. Let's get up into this message and find out for the singles, what do you need to know as it relates to love in the next 48, baby? Next 48 days, hours, months, weeks. Only time will tell, Libra. Some of you may be dealing with a Taurus. I don't know where Taurus came from. I didn't do their reading. I ain't nowhere near doing Taurus's reading yet. But let's see. For my Libras, what do you guys have going on? All right, Libra. So you received the Emperor, the Page of Wands. I'm sorry, the Empress, the Page of Wands, the Emperor, the Five of Swords, and the Chariot in reverse. So as it relates to my single Libras, some of you may be going through a divorce or are still working through co-parenting situations and setups with an ex that is causing you to have to pour your entire focus into that. So you may be single, but because of how you and your ex co-parent with your children, it causes issues with future mates. With this Five of Swords being here, I'm picking up on a Libra who is chained to someone by way of children, right? And your significant other, I'm sorry, you're no longer with this person, but you can't tell them that. You may not want this relationship and it may be very much over, but this person still has and lays claim to you, Libra, in a type of way that you have to be called on the carpet. And children are usually the way that occurs. So you may be single, but there may be a significant relationship that still hangs in your background that continues to pop up in your current life. So you're single and you're very single and you can't even think about dating or making space for someone else right now because of the significance that this relationship still holds in your life. You and this individual may be great co-parents, and it causes anyone that you date to question, wait a minute, y'all so chummy and nice. Why y'all not together? It creates insecurity in other people. When you talk to someone and exchange numbers, you know, you're getting to know someone and you explain your relationship with your ex, it scares off the new people, Libra. It makes them feel like, yeah, I'm cool. It doesn't seem like you're very single. So when you begin to break down the relationship between you and your ex, some people have some questionable things as it relates to this relationship. They don't believe you. So my Libras may say they single, but the amount of time that they spend tied to an ex is makes that title questionable. It makes it very questionable. Like, all right, you keep saying you single, but this person is very much tied to your day-to-day life, Libra. How are you single, but you continue to interact with your ex like that? That will be a barrier for you to enter into a partnership with someone. So be aware, Libra, that carrying this level of interaction with your ex is going to cause major problems in trying to move forward to date someone seriously. But it really seems like my Libra is not necessarily looking to, for those single Libras out there, you're not looking to enter into a partnership, committed partnership, because of the significance of the last relationship. It was major. You might have been married, and like I said, you're going through a divorce, and you're wanting to make sure that that person has fully accepted the disconnect and the breakup, and you're working with them to create a friendship before you move forward into a romantic partnership with anyone else. You're wanting to make sure that that door is completely closed before you move forward. But the amount of time that you are spending with your ex makes everyone else question whether or not that is truly your title. Single, that is. Some of y'all might be looking like y'all are still in a relationship as much time as you spend with your ex. But amen, whatever works for you, Libra. I don't judge. Let's move on to those of you who are in a committed relationship. Let's see what you need to know right now. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for my Libra collective. Let's get up into it. This is very similar, I believe, to Pisces. Read. All right, Libra, you receive the X, trust, doorway, star, and voids. So for those of you in committed relationships, some of you may have an ex who's trying to beat your door down and see what's up with you, see how you doing, or your significant other has an ex who is checking on them. There is an ex who is a part of an argument that pops up. You don't trust your significant other as it relates to this ex. Now you're like, look, this ex is too close. Too close. They have access that they should not have. My Libras may be very, very popular, very outgoing, social butterflies. I'm speaking to a Libra collective who keeps in contact with all of their exes, and their current partner may not like that. Yeah, they keep a door open, or at least a window, to their exes, and they don't like that. They like, that access to your ex should not be there. It should be void of access. And that is a continuous argument between you and your partner. They don't trust you because of how comfortable you get with this ex, Libra. I'm picking up on someone's significant other who feels as though the lines are grayed when you and this ex interact, Libra. They can't even tell that you're not with them. If people were to be looking from the outside in, they wouldn't be able to tell who was who. And your significant other does not like that, meaning they want a clear line drawn in the sand as it relates to boundaries, friendships, conversations. That's what I'm picking up on. You too friendly with your ex, Libra, and someone does not like that. You need to create some space because you're creating insecurity in your partner. All right, we about to close out this message for those of you who are in a complicated relationship setup. Let's find out what you need to know. And if you haven't done so already, please do your girl the honors. Smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe for me. I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. Let's see. For those of you where it's complicated and you're in a situationship, what you got going on? What do you need to know right now? I don't do cards that fall on the floor, Libra, so we'll shuffle that back in and see if it comes back out. 2 more cards, please, for my Libras. Here we go. You're the only sign thus far whose cards have just been popping all on the floor now. All right. So, for my Libras who have a complicated situation, you receive contemplation, growing together, distractions, guidance, as well as really committed this time. So for some of you, your sneaky link, you may be considering elevating their position to a real live relationship, right? But there are distractions, or this person has a lot going on. They're busy and you're not really confident that they will be able to sustain what you need as it relates to partnership. You want more. Someone wants more. And the other person, per se, I won't say that they don't. They just have other distractions and other things going on in their life that they can't give way or room to the level of commitment that you are looking for, Libra. They're loyal. They're there and they feel like that should be enough. And they want it to continue at this slow pace that it is moving. But my Libras are like, nah, we got to pick up the pace a little bit. Libra, allow things to unfold naturally, because timing is everything. You don't want to rush something and wind up in a premature place with someone. The growth that you're experiencing with this person may be a much needed distraction from all that you have going on. And this time with you and this person, it will work, right? You need to have faith that something that might not have worked out between you and this person in the past, that they're no longer like this. So forgiveness is here, or it's needed. And this looks like something that can go the distance. You just have to give it time and have faith, Libra. But that is your message. I hope that it helps. And until next time, peace.